Good morning, afternoon, and evening, everybody. We are back with another random tier list here, and today we are doing another cryptocurrency, another NFT tier list. These are all websites that you can purchase NFTs on. Those pictures people are buying online for hundreds of thousands of dollars or $20. It really just depends. But here is the ranking, or here we are going to be ranking these 13 marketplaces. Now, these are probably not all of the NFT marketplaces. I assembled all the ones I've used, which is about half of these, and then I asked around a little bit, and I got some others, some of which I had heard of, some of which I have never heard of, and I tried to go on to all of them and kind of see how things were going to be going on there. And like I said, I haven't used each of these extensively, but I'll do my best here with the rankings of them. This should give you a pretty good idea if there is one of them that you've never used before. I'm not a huge like crypto NFT trader, but I've been, buying some for the last month or so. So this is my ranking of the marketplaces. First of all, we have Altura. I just want to say I love Altura. Oh, and none of this is financial advice. I don't know why you would think it would be, but none of this is financial advice. Let me just go ahead and make sure I say that. First of all, we have Altura here. Altura is a marketplace for BNB, Binance token, and also their own Altura token. It looks fantastic. It looks very, very nice. The problem with it is it does not run as smoothly as it should. And they've had issues with the website being down for entire evenings, issues with orders backed up for 8 hours. I mean, at one point I was listing NFTs on there and I didn't even know if I had still owned them or not until the next day. So they are still very, very new in the space. I think they only have 30,000 Twitter followers, and that's a very recent development. But as this one develops, I would expect it to go higher. It's just right now I can't put it any higher, despite the fact that I really, really do like Altura. Next one here is CNFT, cnft.io. I cannot stand this website. I don't know what it is about it. It just doesn't work how I feel like it should. Every time I try to do something, I can't find the options. I'm not a big fan of most of the NFTs marketplaces on Cardano. I think Cardano has a long way to go in that regard as we get into the like Solana NFTs here in a sec. Next, we have Digitalize, which is our first of the Solana ones. I think Digitalize is a very good platform. I think it is, to my knowledge and experience, it is kind of like the gold standard of Solana NFT marketplaces. And I think it's pretty good. It works well. The issue I think that a lot of people have with Digitalize is it takes a long time for projects to get actually uploaded onto there. You'll have a mint and then it'll be like the next day before anything's posted on here, or at least anything's verified, which leads to a lot of scamming and leads to a lot of people being at risk of losing money because they're buying basically fakes. So I'm going to put this in the A tier. I do think it's very good, but not quite S tier material. Next, we have FTX. I have never used FTX before, but just because of how big of a market it is, now that they're opening up an NFT, it's already a big crypto market, and now they're opening up an NFT side of it with both ETH and Solana, having both of those in the same spot. That sounds like a very major league move to me. So FTX is going to be S tier for me because I think it's going to be so good for the community to have a lot of these projects posted on there. Next, we have Immutable X, which I used to buy their first drop. Moody Crows, I think it was their first drop. Moody Crows the other day when it dropped on, I think it was this past Saturday. I did put it as a C tier experience. The site had some issues loading. Again, it's a similar thing with Altura where they are very new. Now, the fact that I didn't have to pay any gas, despite paying with ETH, was amazing. So maybe that should bump this thing up to B tier. I mean, the fact that they got that going, but that's less of the marketplace, I guess, and more of the underlying crypto behind it, right? It's going to be borderline BC for me. I think we'll put in B tier. We might have to lower it down. I think that it will get a lot better as we go, but I don't like on Immutable X how every time I go to the marketplace, I have to research for the project I was just in. It doesn't save what you were doing very well. And if you're trying to refresh to look at a floor, I was having some trouble doing that on there. Next, we have Magic Eden. I think Magic Eden is the best Solana marketplace. I'm going to put an A tier above Digitalize. Now, the thing with Magic Eden that is keeping it, in my opinion, from being any higher is that not all of the projects on there allow you to search by attributes. And it's difficult at times to really try to find some of those rare NFTs on there. It's not as easy as it is on Digitalize. I think Magic Eden is a better marketplace than Digitalize, and I think it will continue to get better. But the fact that it does not have that key functionality of on some collections you can't search by attribute, that's going to keep it from being S tier for me personally. Next, we have a NFT platform that I'm not super familiar with, but it's NFT Trade or NF Trade. There's only one T, so NF Trade, I guess. Which not only has AVAX, it's the only one on these lists to have Avalanche NFTs, but you can also switch between BSC, ETH, AVAX, and I think there's one more that you can do on there, which is really, really cool. That you can do so many different cryptos on there, and be able to switch through. And from what I was looking at, I mean, it looked fantastic. I'm going to put this at the top of A tier just because I haven't heard of it until literally today, when I was asking people. And they did recently the AVAX trees drop on there. I heard about that. But that's literally like the first time I'm hearing about it. So from what I've seen, it looks very, very good. I'm going to put it at the top of A tier. I'm going to put it over Magic Eden and Digitalize, even though I do like those. Because just having that cross-chain functionality, or not, I guess cross-chain, but multi-chain functionality, I think is very, very good. Next, we have OpenSea. I got to put OpenSea up in the S tier. That is the gold standard for marketplaces. Been around for several years now. OpenSea is the primary place to get NFTs from, specifically Ethereum NFTs. There's been rumors that they're going to add other things too. You can also buy with Polygon on there. I'm going to put an S tier. I know not everybody is a big fan of OpenSea, and I definitely think there are things they could improve on. But it has so much information for you. You can search, you can sort by so many different parameters, search and so many different things. You can give people offers that they can then check on their email, which sometimes leads to scams. But I guess that's not OpenSea's fault. Just above all, like OpenSea is the best platform. Whether, like I said, there are some things they can improve, but whether I like it or not, I really think it's the best platform. Next, we have Solanart. Solanart is going to be top of B tier for me. I think it's just, there are some things on it that I like better than Digitalize, but I think overall Digitalize is a better platform. Again, this is another Solana one. So it's going to end up being right here for me. SolSea sucks. SolSea is another Solana one. I don't know why there's so many different Solana ones. It's not very good in my opinion. Yeah, I've used it a little. Didn't think it was that great. Had a lot of trouble searching for what I needed to. Never actually bought anything on there though. It's going to end up in D tier for me. Next, we have Soul Shop, which also did not look very good to me. I've never actually used Soul Shop. I'm going to be putting it down in D tier though. It looked a little bit better than SolSea though. Next, we have oh crap, what is this called? Trove. And I know they work with Immutable X. But I haven't actually used them specifically. I'm going to go ahead and put it at the top of C tier here, which will be kind of right next to Immutable X here. Just because I have used Immutable X, I haven't used Token Trove. I know they do have an agreement there. I'm not sure the nature of it. But from looking at Token Trove, it didn't look bad. But I know it's still relatively new, I believe. So I'm leaving in C tier. Let me know if you guys have an opinion on that. Finally, we have Tokun. I think it's how we pronounce that, Tokun, which is another Cardano NFT shop. And CNFT is absolutely one of the worst that I've ever had to deal with. Tokun, when I was on there, did not look much better, but I have not used it extensively, so I can't say for sure. But like Token Trove, I've never used, right? But when I was on there, it looked good. Tokun, I've never used and it looked bad. So I'm going to put Tokun here. You can honestly arrange these at whatever order you want. I'm put it down here in D tier. It just didn't look good to me. Cardano needs a better marketplace of some kind. I don't know what's keeping them from doing that, or keeping somebody from doing that, I suppose. So, all right. that's going to be our list, guys. That is NFT marketplaces, all the ones I can find, these 13 that I can find in October of 2021. We have SolC and FTX in the S tier, NF Trade, Magic Eyes, or I'm sorry, Magic Eden and Digital Eyes here in the A tier. And you can see the rest of the tiers, guys. What do you think about my rankings? Do you agree with where I placed these? Do you think something should have been up or down? Leave a like, leave a dislike, whatever you need to do down in the comment section down below, down in the sections below. And please subscribe for more videos like this. There will be another tier list up. Probably not about crypto and NFTs. We'll see. But there'll be another tier list up tomorrow at noon Pacific. With that, guys, this has been the guy that makes random tier lists. Signing off.